Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off all of my favorite EPs, split releases, and demos from 2016, as well as show off a few honorable mentions, which did not, unfortunately, make it into my top 20 list. Not sure if you can hear it, but listening to The Devil's Blood with a 1,000-fold epicenter. Haven't listened to that in quite a while, and just for some reason I saw it lying up here, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to throw that on. I haven't listened to it in a while. So, yeah. Okay. Got a little bit of stuff to get through here, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the split releases. And these are not going to be ranked in any kind of fashion, like, oh, this one's greater than this one or anything. These are just, you know, out of all the ones that I heard from 2016, which wasn't a whole lot compared to some, I'm sure. But, yeah, these were just my favorites. First up, we have The Spirit Never Dies, the split between Graveland and Nocturnal Mortem. As you can see, I got the wooden box edition, which was the first thing I ever ordered from Poland. And I have to say, I was really glad that it showed up in great shape because I was real nervous about that. But, yeah, here's the Nocturnal Mortem side. And I do like both bands. Nocturnal Mortem are still kind of a newer band to me. I'm just now starting to really get into them. But everything I've heard from them so far has been really good. But out of the two, of course, Graveland is kind of my favorite right now, and the one I was really anxious to hear the material from. But really good split release. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. Next up is Panopticon with, I'm probably going to totally butcher this name, Vogafluster. And, yeah, another amazing split release. Panopticon I'm a big fan of, so, you know, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard Panopticon, so you know what they sound like. But Vogafluster was this was my introduction to them. And sorry for the glare there, I still got this in the little protective sleeve, and I don't really feel like taking it out. But, I gotta say, I was really impressed with their stuff as well, so I'm definitely going to be checking out more from them. But, yeah, awesome split, as is this one here. And again, it introduced me to a whole new band, and that is the Sorcière de Glace, or SDG, split with End. And again, this is an amazing split release. SDG are just fucking fantastic. I have not heard a single thing from them that has not been great. I actually got the tape version of this. I pre-ordered it when it came up for sale, and I didn't even realize there was a CD version until not that long ago, so I'm really glad to finally have a CD copy of this. But amazing release. And I'd never heard them before, and definitely going to be checking out more from them. And I got to say, their last track, which I cannot read because of the font, but maybe you can see it, this track right here, amazing way to end a split release, because it's just kind of this keyboardy, you know, this ambient kind of track, I guess you could say, and it's just fucking beautiful. It's just so relaxing, and it's just an amazing way to end a split release like this. Next up, only 3 demos to talk about, the first of which is one that has not gotten a physical release yet, but I've listened to it several times on their Bandcamp, and that is Vault Race. Awesome death metal. They're actually planning on putting it out on cassette here shortly through a French label, the name of which totally escapes me right now. But I'm definitely going to be picking that up whenever it gets released, because, you know, pretty much anything that Vanessa Nocera has a hand in, whether she's in the band or she ends up kind of having some kind of part in, is usually really fucking good. And I really enjoyed this 3-track demo, so I cannot wait for the tape release to come. The next one is just a CDR demo of Summon the Destroyer, demo 2016. Excellent death metal from here in Indiana, based out of Indianapolis. And I actually picked that up when I went to go see the Black Dahlia murder back in May. And they were the local support. And I've known about Summon the Destroyer for a long time, and I can remember years ago emailing the band to try to figure out how to get a copy of their CD at the time. And because, you know, I don't really think at the time like Bandcamp and stuff like that was really available. So, and I never heard back from them, so I never thought I'd ever get anything from them. And then when we went to go see Black Dahlia Murder, they ended up being the local support, and I picked up their album, and I got the demo and a shirt and everything. So it's really great to support some local metal. But if you love death metal, definitely check out Summon the Destroyer. I cannot wait to see what they come up with this year. And the only other demo that I have is the new Drowning the Light 10th Region of the Night. Really need to get me some more Drowning the Light material. Yeah. For me, it just seems like it's really hard to find a lot of their stuff on CD. You only seem to find maybe the same kind of things listed here and there, but a lot of them are just really hard to find for some reason. But yeah, it's Drowning the Light, so of course it's going to be awesome. And next up, I'm going to be doing all the EPs. First up, Scour, self-titled. This is Phil Anselmo's black metal project. And, you know, I knew he had Viking Crown a long time ago, and that band kind of gets, you know, mixed opinions. And what little I've heard from him has been okay. I mean, I might eventually pick something up from him, but I was really impressed with his EP, and hopefully they end up putting out a full length, and it's just as good as this. Next up, we have Tosca with their self-titled EP. Fucking amazing black metal. And I mean, I absolutely love that cover. Just an amazing picture. Amazing release. I cannot wait to see what they can come up with when they actually release a full-length album, because this is considered an EP. Next up, the next couple are some great deathcore slam releases, and that's Clawhammer with Infernum in Terra. I just recently got this not long ago, and I just spun the shit out of this thing. Amazing, amazing stuff, and of course, you know, I love that logo and that cover. Just screams badass. Great EP. As is this one here. I spun the shit out of this one too. Shattered Horizons, self-titled EP. Really good stuff, released on Chugcore Records, so definitely check them out, show them some support. Next, we have an all-female death metal band from the Netherlands. This is Sisters of Suffocation with Brutal Queen, and my phone is going out for a text message, which I'll have to get here in just a minute. But yeah, amazing EP. I believe they are currently working on a full-length album, so I will definitely be picking that up once it gets released. And the last EP, and yeah, this is only limited to 100 copies. Really glad I got in on it. And it's only 2 tracks, but it's just some great doom death, and cost me a little bit to get this because I had to buy it through Extreme Music, which was the only place to get it, but it was well fucking worth it. And that is Nangalima, Shards of Loss. Wow. Only 2 tracks, but man, are they amazing, in my opinion. If you love doom death, definitely check this out. Great stuff. Now, on to the honorable mentions. These are albums that just, you know, if I had done a top 25 or 30, they probably would have made it into the list. And then also they probably didn't make the list for various other reasons. But first up is the new Opeth with Sorceress. I know a lot of people hate this release. They hate the new direction of the band, which, you know, their first album that they did, God, name totally fucking escapes me right now. It's been a, it was a long night last night. But, was actually really good. It took a few listens to really click with me. The one previous to this, the Pale Communion, Heritage. Yes, Heritage was their first one with this new sound. I thought was actually pretty good. Pale Communion was meh, and then they released this, and they totally redeemed themselves. This has a lot more, I think, of a metal sound to it, as well as their kind of new sound. I mean, of course, the growls are pretty much gone forever, but I really enjoyed this release. It just did not crack into the top 20. This one would have made it a little bit higher if I had gotten a little more time to listen to it, and that is Epinephrines with In the Hours Beneath. Really good atmospheric black metal. Limited to 200 copies. I got number 126. Yeah, definitely check this out. One-man atmospheric black metal. Really worth checking out. Next up, Vader with The Empire. This is probably, I think, their best album in quite a while. I mean, I've enjoyed their other releases, but yeah, Last couple have been, I don't know, just never really hit me as much as this one did. Next up, Serpentine Dominion, self-titled debut. Project featuring Adam of Killswitch Engage, Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse, and Shannon Lucas, formerly of the Black Dahlia Murder. Really solid death metal. Just was not able to crack the top 20. And the last one, which I am really pissed at myself for this, because normally whenever I buy 2016 or new releases for the year, I've actually got little small black crates that I've actually recently started buying. Not only to put my 7 inches in because it's easier than trying to stick them on a shelf or find another way to store them, but I also started putting some of my CDs in it that I still needed to listen to kind of get them a little more organized so they're not just stacked up everywhere, and I keep one separated for the new releases of the year. And for some reason, this one did not get put in the new releases section, and I didn't realize it was a new release until just the other day when I was kind of sorting through some things. And I'm really pissed at myself because if I'd have had more time to spend this, this would have definitely ranked really high up on my year-end list. And that is Embalmer with Emanations from the Crypt. I actually just spun this the other day for the first time, and I was just blown away by this. My first exposure to Embalmer. And like I said, if I'd had a lot more time to spend with this, it definitely would have cracked the, probably even the top 10 of my list. So. But yeah, that is going to do it for this. I'm going to try to record the top 20 right after this if I am able to, and because I got a lot to do today. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.